The main purpose of the bill is to really give families with developmental disabilities, or individuals and families with developmental disabilities, new and better choices that they don't have now. And the beauty of this proposal is you do it within existing funding. I mean, there's not enough funding right now, but we'll be able to do more, we'll do more with the funding we do have. So to me, this is exciting. It's a bipartisan effort. Other people have filed similar legislation. So I think even in the middle of the budget downturn, the potential to have real reform that benefits these families and these individuals. There's a demand that's been demonstrated for schools that can provide excellent and specialized services for families that think that that's the best avenue for their child. But it also gives you the flexibility to go to other public schools, to use the DHS resources in conjunction with what happens at school, so that you're not, as a parent, having to take your child all over town to get a complete set of services and education. It can be done in one location. It's the idea behind the bill is if you put parents in charge, give them both streams of money that they can direct, that they'll dream up things that the legislature would never come up with, and to just basically turn them loose to use their imagination on how best to serve their family. And I believe that we'll see ideas and solutions that nobody's thought of yet that'll come from this bill. That'll be an exciting thing to see over the next several years, what the families do. With the self-directed program through DHS, families have reported saving from 50 to 80% because they can shop retail. They're not forced to go through a medical equipment provider. So just a little bit of savings we've seen from a pilot program with the self-directed effort at DHS shows the potential to do more with the limited resources that DHS has, and even the limited resources that the education department has. So I think this is really the type of thing we need to look at doing in other areas of state government, but I think this is as good a place to start as any, and this is one reform that can start benefiting families this summer.
The way it would work is currently all of the funding is funneled through provider agencies who does a lot of oversight, who has a lot of administrative cost. If a family chooses to self-direct, then that money is not used as overhead. That money is then used to put back into DDSD's funding. The money that is saved is put back into their funding and then can be used on another person who's not receiving services.
Heartland Academy is the name of my school, and I believe that this bill, as I said earlier, parents need to have the choice to be able to provide their child with the optimal education and social environment, and we don't have a choice in Oklahoma. So this bill, how this bill impacts it, the school is a private year-round school, so there's tuition. And it would offer, even though we're going to have financial assistance, financial aid for those people that can't pay the full amount, this scholarship would help those parents with the cost of the tuition. And that's very important. It shouldn't be about money. It really shouldn't be about money. The school is a business. If it could be $200 a month, that's what I would make it. But it's still a business, and you still have a lot of teachers with a lot of education that they have that you have to pay. So this scholarship would be crucial because you don't want to limit it to just people, in the upper incomes. You want to be able to give it to the people that need this service, this kind of school for their child. My son Ryan just turned 18, and May of 2008, I sat in his doctor's office after trying to find another place to put Ryan, because I knew that this wasn't cutting it. He was not going to be prepared for his future, and I exhausted all avenues, and I sat in his doctor's office, who is someone that's on my board, in tears. What am I going to do? I don't want to move. I can't move. And I decided with him to just do this. And, my passion for my son, goes very deep. And I've spent many sleepless nights, tearful days, depression, because you do have depression. If you have no hope, if you don't feel confident about your child's future because he's not getting the kind of education that he needs, it is very daunting. And so that's when I decided, okay, we're going to do this. And it takes a while. I expected to have it up and running in just a few months. But it takes a while, and we have formed a group of people that have embraced this project. And like I said, I've already received calls from people from out of state ready to move, and people calling in tears, thankful for this, because now they feel as they have hope for their child.